Is that it? Okay, let's put it this way. Let's do an easy yes or no thing because the map's about to start. Is Cloud9 going to win this?
No. Can I do a non-easy answer?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, Robin.
So you talked about Group 1, for example.
Wait. This is the neon of train. I really like
oh,
this.
Right.
This is
Yep.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like you're walking to a club. This is, late night.
Subway. Late night going back to the subway.
Yeah, late night in like Seoul. You're just walking to the train station. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
you see a little purple sky there, too.
Oh, that's great.
This is nice.
This is calming.
They remade a train, too. It's like a subway train. It's like we're in New York. Can you see that?
Yeah. Well,
Emergency. Dude, this is
emergency stop, yeah. Ahead.
CS Summit 6
Whoa.
online.
That was great. You guys have done fantastic
That is
work.
nice.
Yeah, that was a nice one. We're live as well with the second map.
If you'd like to get into your non-simplified answer, Robin, you can.
Well, I was going to say, when we look at just, and you have mentioned as well, in terms of just the skill difference, if we look at Group A in North America, 100 Thieves deserve to be in Group A, whereas for Group B, for me, it is like the Tier 2 scene kind of a little bit, when we look at like the skill difference, 100 Thieves for me, I mean, they should win this 2-0. They are the better team, whereas the discussion should be like who gets the second seed in this group. Cloud9 has been the best team so far for that, but...
How has he not been hit? How has he not been hit at all? No one's touched Jacob.
He finally goes down, and JT, I mean, this is an okay answer, but Jacob got so much for that, and they just run him down at that point. Look, his dancing around the E-box, it was great, but...
You should still get hit at least once.
You should, surely.
Like catch like in the toe.
A shot in the toe,
anything.
a stray bullet, surely, with Glock's 20 bullets, but, once again, I'm just going to say Jacob did a good job dancing. A lot of good pressure there.
Some great disco moves.
And that's not the start you wanted if you're Cloud9. Not even the bomb downs. Full save. One flashbang. Usually you tend to go in on these rounds to try and get the bomb down, go up or whatever. It's a flashbang out though. Still this focus is still the same though. The focus should be get the bomb down, get some more money on the board for the next round as well. It's not going to be a buy no matter what, but we're talking difference between AK armor or AK armor full buy or utility. Same thing with the ops. And because of Cloud9's scrappy pistol and also scrappy second round, they don't get a kill, so they don't get the op or the option of an op. Even if it's glass cannon, it's just going to be pure AKs here. Maybe an SMG feeling a little bit spicy. Floppy goes for the Galil for full set of nades. I like that. Shout out to Floppy.
Might have needed the nade for the strategy that they're calling as well for the Molotov.
Yep.
And I mean, the op doesn't necessarily, I mean, it would be great to have. It doesn't necessarily matter because look at the buy you're going up against. I mean,
it's always a bonus round.
Yeah,
exactly.
Even this round feels like the Cloud9 buy is stronger than 100 Thieves.
Indeed it is. And especially here as well, we talk about bonus round for CT side. We had 2 SMGs being bought out by 100 Thieves and 2 FAMAs. So the buy is weak. Still very much winnable though, but this does tend to favor the T side for the first weapon round here, especially if you do it well enough. They have enough nades here for an inner execute as well. And Christine talked about it. We talked highly about JKS here on the inner bomb site.
Oh. That flash. Oh, that kill might have taken a little bit longer than he wanted, but that works.
Oh, thank God the flashbang was perfect. He was blind for like a full 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Gratisfaction going to be forced out due to the Molotov. Not concerned about lower ramp just yet. There's the drop down into ladder room. And ooh, 100 Thieves started rotating early, but okay.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Oh.
Get him. One more.
That is a spicy meatball from Aza. Oh, he wanted that so bad.
Dang, that was so close too.
He was tapping away for that headshot. That's not even legal. That's not fair from Aza.
Dude, that's when you turn into a screen. You get the third one as well, and you can see that on the 4th kill also, because you're like, oh my god, I'm so on point. Like, I'm just like the Australian version of Scream.
Yeah.
And then you start swiffing around. I mean, it's such a nice
And then
sequence.
you're like, yeah, I am the
1-1-1.
Australian version of Scream.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I got you there, Jason. You know who didn't get it? Cloud9. Not a single flashbang coming out on that outside bomb site. It's 1-1-1. Astra takes advantage of that.
I'm amazed they called a fake when you didn't have anyone in ladder room.
Yeah.
No, they did. He died. Remember?
Yeah.
He pushed into ladder initially.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what made Cloud9 panic so much there either, to be honest with you.
Ooh,
But
okay.
nice pick off from JT with a perfect set flash from OC.
Okay.
And another one.
This is dangerous. Gratisfaction now stepping up, and they're bringing it back a little bit. That's a big-time kill. And it's all JKS. They know where he is. He can't go anywhere. He's locked in. If they double peek this, that needed to be a quick headshot. And that is 100 Thieves getting
That's
caught
disaster.
That's awful positioning, I'll say.
Yeah. Maybe a little overconfident. I mean, I like the re-aggression from Gratisfaction there, but the other two players definitely got caught all out of sorts.
Yeah, they needed to. At least it's on the fly calling there from 100 Thieves. Like you, as you said, like they kind of needed to re-aggress because they were completely stuck, right? They had Cloud9 had a lot of map control considering it was pretty much a very sloppy buy. And positioning-wise, for 100 Thieves, like we mentioned, it wasn't great. Fast round again here from Cloud9. It's pretty much the same round, but with full weapons instead. And the flashbang through the smoke, very common. We saw Orglas a lot do this, but
I think there was a flashbang. I think it went behind JKS.
I think that was a Molotov. I think MOTM mistimed that.
Yeah, it's definitely a mistime because usually like the smoke goes down and you want to work the smoke until it's like 1 second left, and then the expo flash comes down and you kind of hit the bomb site. Instead here, it's a little bit too aggressive, I'd say. You want to flash through the smoke.
A little bit over-eager from MOTM.
Yeah.
And especially, you know, we talk about the whole thing of like economy and also when to go aggressive and when not to go aggressive. This is a round that is just very clear of like the last round, for example. They want to try and catch 100 Thieves off guard, but they have to be mindful of their own economy. That's a wash of a round. You have full sets of nades and stuff like that, and you rush outside. If you lose that round, which is basically what happened, you're forced on a save. And what happens then for 100 Thieves? I mean, obviously, they're also worried about building their economy and building bank. This is like the best case for them here.
All right, JKS towards that inner bomb site. He's all alone for the moment. He's going to have plenty of bodies sent his way. Jacob is just getting back now, and it might be the perfect timing to at least get one kill, and that's it. JKS now in the open. He's found one. A second with that Tech 9, not able to do anything. And that's a nice, clean headshot.
That AK doing huge work for JKS. There was a moment that he looked like he could have gotten caught out, especially because his mate got picked off for just a 1-for-1, but he recovers, and he recovers really nicely. Especially because the very first kill he got was Floppy, which was one of the 2 AKs that Cloud9 actually invested into in that round.
And this one you should start getting a little bit worried if you're a Cloud9 fan, because like as Christine pointed out, like Cloud9's, if we look at this map as a whole, like this, the T side should be the side that they really get, you know, they win the half, you know, they come into seed side with, you know, the good economy and stuff like that. It's still only round number 7, but you know, they only have 1 round in their name right now on the T side. It's not a full buy, but they need to keep, they need to start stringing some rounds together here. Economy as well on the 100 Thieves side is really good. You're not going to put these guys on an eco, even if with this round win.
Yeah, this has been a great start for 100 Thieves. Again, only one player at the inner bomb site, Mr. Savage. This time looking for the off-angle drop, and that's an easy kill. That angle is, I'm surprised we don't see it used more often in Proceus, but that's a pretty filthy angle.
Especially if you're playing retake on inner bomb side instead, like as well. Like he gets the 1 kill, he's done his job. He's also staying alive here as well. We do have nades as well on the 100 Thieves side for the retake, and we look at Cloud9, there's nothing left. So this is all about taking the duels, taking the trades as well. You can't just stay defensive here because you're going to lose the round.
Nice kill with the Galil, but Floppy's got to be more, but there's way too many bodies, and that is a nice little domino effect we got from the Observer. Shout out to DJ.
That was fast, and you're right, Robin. That reaction from JKS, I love that. Everything about his movement after that first initial kill was to perfection. Even the flashbang to follow up for his mate to come out connector there. Everything is off the back of JKS here, his communication, and the pace that he brings to enable this retake to actually happen. So 100 Thieves, man, this was a dominant inner hold. And once again, Cloud9, they're buying off of scraps. Sure, they have all the utility. The reason I say scraps is because we haven't seen a single op come out. And I know how much Sonic loves wielding that op. I know how much OC brings impact with that op. So this is Cloud9 thinking they need as many rounds as they can.
Yeah, and again, you know, round number 8 now, you know, they got the bomb down, sure. No timeouts being called, and sure, like, it's get to a point as well. I understand you're starting to get stressed in the sense of like we need more rounds on the board. But if you notice again and again, you know, like it's been round number 8, you have to like be able to take a time out here and talk a little bit what's going on. If the idea is like, oh, we've just been playing aggressive for like 8 rounds in a row, here is a little bit of a slower round from Cloud9. I do like that, but just the whole thing of like adapting to what we're currently seeing on that CT side, that's a great little start here from OC Dawn to Lias.
I don't think Liaz expected them to become an Ivy. He hasn't had to really deal with a whole lot of pressure from that part of the map. He was just thinking if he could get a chill again.
He might have fallen asleep there.
Yeah. Well, he woke up now.
Definitely awake. And MOTM, he's still lurking. I think this is a re-exec on the outside yard here.
Yeah, why not? It's weakened up, and 3 players going to be out there. And you can start to see JKS going for a flank, so these kills coming quick are a thing of beauty. Also with 1 in response. Jacob needs to handle business there, but he's not able to do it, and now Ozza's looking the wrong way. Jacob's still alive. They're wrapping on his position, and it's all down to Justin Savage. He's got the bomb in the open, though, and this could be a timing, and Sonic finishes him off. Scrappy.
Scrappy, scrappy, scrappy. And I definitely saw a world where Mr. Savage won that one out with that flashbang, but Sonic definitely gets the better of him there, and that was a nice round from Cloud9. I mean, they were in full control, and that's definitely not something we could have said of Cloud9 quite yet in this first half. And in this round, you know, after they get that initial pick onto Liaz and Ivy, that pause, that re-aggress, that re-execute,
Yeah.
it was just full control all the way through and through.
That was well done from Cloud9. You like to see that. Floppy. Nice shot in the last round. Is it going to have a chance? There's the pop flash. Gratisfaction's got him blind. I'd love to see how blind. Floppy probably wouldn't. Man, those icons are like the most low-key BM thing in the world. When you see that someone was blind on the other side, you're just like, God damn it.
I do think it kind of encourages people to be more teamworking, you know? You want to see your name up there. you want to say, oh, how blind were they, you know? And get that instant gratification.
The vain, narcissistic corner of our minds is like, I need my name up on that scoreboard.
Yep.
Well, Cloud9's still not able to string rounds together, and the really unfortunate part is after that round win, they let 4 players survive on 100 Thieves. And this is one of those maps, I mean, you have to be really strong mentally to you know, you're going to go through runs like this on your T side, and it can be hard to deal with if you just cannot consistently win. But you have to just keep grinding at the economy of your opponents.
And also, I don't like that MOTM. I mean, sure, you got the pick on Liaz last round, but he fell asleep. He's not going to let you just come out and dry peek him again. You know, he's going to be ready for that from here on out. So definitely, I wish there was a little more thought process there. If you were going to put pressure towards that Ivy, once again, then there should have been a little more emphasis on it. And oh my JKS, he knows.
Oh my God, he pegs him in the face with a nade. I love it. That could have been so dangerous for JKS if he doesn't hit him with the grenade. 7-2, a 3-man advantage for 100 Thieves. JKS doesn't even go down in that exchange.
Yeah, with 5 members alive here as well for 100 Thieves, like you had mentioned. Economy isn't looking that great considering it's going to be 8-2. But it's looking a hell of a lot better than on the Cloud9 end. And again, we talk about these things with the timeouts and stuff like that. I feel like not a lot have been talked about so far. But I would like to note as well, since we are playing online, coaches are allowed to talk at all times. So we do tend to see much less timeouts and stuff being called overall, just for that exact reason. Timeouts should be called or used nowadays when it's online. Sure, if you want to talk about stuff, that's all well and good. But timeouts nowadays as well, since the coach is allowed to talk at all times, could also just be used to like take a breather, or maybe even like to talk about a little bit more things as well. Like even though like you might mention, or one of the things that I say of like, oh, I might have a different idea, you know, watching the game as a coach of like what's currently going on. But you know, for example, if my Ivy player is saying, hey, like, you know, what you're telling me sounds all well and good, but I can't get to that point. Like, I need help. Like, this doesn't work. This is where time has come in as well. Like, you have to talk to one another. Like, where do you need help? Where are you struggling early on?
Yeah.
And come up with some solutions again. And we see again, Christine pointed out, but we have another Cloud9 round here with a full buy, but this time around we are going to see that op on OC. We have not seen that all too much so far this half. So I'm hoping this will be at least a little bit of a default. Just like go a little bit for picks. I say that, but Sonic is already out team main. Oh my god, the madman. This is on off the buy of an AWP as well. Something you have not had before.
They failed this play earlier, and there's a gap in that smoke, which I think makes it even more dangerous. I don't even know if Sonic realizes about that gap, but if he was to try to get into position, okay, now Jacob's giving up his angle. Good swing from Sonic. Good trade and follow-up from Gratisfaction, and the defense once again holds strong. 9-2.
I feel like Cloud9 is honestly already out of options. Like one of the things we talk about is on this map in particular as well, you know, for example, you might have the question of like, oh, why would you pick a train over a Dust 2, for example? When you are a lesser team, for example, on a T side, you have less options on this T side if it actually ends up, if you're not getting any payoff. Whereas for a Dust 2, it's very basic, you know, you can always be switch, you can always just rush A, for example, and whatnot. If you get stuck on the T side on train, for example, you tend to run out of options real quick, and it's worrisome here for Cloud9. It's another eco, you have an AK out of board with MOTM, he does get the entry here, but it's a 9-2, and you have only 4 rounds to play with. Another trade here from Jacob as well makes it 4-on-4, and again, we talk about the whole thing with utility. Cloud9 has none.
The biggest problem Cloud9's had in this half is they've never even had it close to 100 Thieves being broken in terms of their money. That's usually, that can be one economic break for a T side on train can be like the difference between having a decent enough half to come back and just having a disaster. And unfortunately, this half is lending itself towards the disaster end of that spectrum. And just on an individual level, these 100 Thieves guys are playing so well at the moment.
They are. I mean, oh, but MOTM made it a little bit interesting just to die to a Kobe grenade there by Mr. Savage. But yeah, I mean, 100 Thieves, they're hitting on all cylinders, but I have to give a shout out for MOTM there. I like the play, you know. He bullied Liaz one round, then got bullied himself, and in this full save, he just buys the hero AK and handles business again. But Liaz, man, that mouse jump is...
He's had maybe 2 sequences over towards Ivy that he would hope that we didn't catch on stream, and we've caught him both. I still get amazed at how many times we see professional players with a mouse wheel jump mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Well, you say the mistake, but is it really a mistake?
Listen, I'd say if it happens in a game, you unbind the mouse wheel. Like, get that shit out.
No.
Take that shit off.
Get a new mouse?
Listen, I've never had the mouse wheel jump happen to me.
Maybe
I'm not a psychopath.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you in some sense. Like, if this happens again and again, obviously, like, you want to find a solution. Like, you should probably not have it. But I do think the mouse will jump, especially for a lot of the players. Like, it adds a different, like, kind of depth in terms of your movement, right? And
yeah.
I feel like with that in mind, then it's kind of worth having even the possibility of having a missed round. For example, when you have a missed jump.
As they're under a lot of pressure, Grat. Oh, he wanted to help Gratisfaction there, but OC had his back the entire time. You know, this was a good round from Sonic to initiate and punish 100 Thieves, but this was also off the back of a fluffed flashbang. You saw Liaz fully believing in that flash, but it didn't get Sonic at all. Sonic was ready in T mid, and they get punished for it.
Money is still, considering it's 10-3, money is still not great on the 100 Thieves side. Obviously, it's very late into the half so far, but if Cloud9 manages to get this one round, you will force at least a really crappy last buy round. 400 Thieves heading into the second half, but this one is super important. It's on the verge of this round. We're already outside. It's another fast round at least, so taking initial control, but again, Sonic goes down in the hands of Gratisfaction with that off, and Jacob. That's a team flash from OC actually on JT and MOTM, and Jacob obviously just, oh man. This is so rough, honestly, to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, because I had mentioned the whole thing of like, when you kind of get stuck on the T side on this map compared to, for example, a Dust 2 that's just a very basic map, this is what happens because you don't know, you have no answer. So like, the only thing you can really get going for you is like, let's just keep rushing outside, let's keep going outside and stuff like that. That works for one round. Once that is over, then for 100 Thieves, when you talk about with the smokes being down and stuff, they're not going to over-rotate. They're going to wait for the smokes to fade. They're going to flash over it, and they're going to make sure that everything is cleared before they make the rotates.
Yeah.
Cloud9 needs to realize this. They're better off, honestly, just rushing in her bomb site at this point.
100 Thieves, man, they're doing such a fantastic job maintaining their crossfires outside. Jacob is doing so much work working off of Azir and Liaz's contact on that bomb train. He did a fantastic job reacting there, and Liaz once again under a little bit of pressure here. A lot of pressure. There's two members of Cloud9 actually, MOTM and OC once again. And OC's had a huge round with this AWP a couple of times in this series, but honestly, Cloud9 haven't had the money to get him involved, and here we go again. OC with an opening, a chance, but already earlier on, Floppy was actually the first man down to go down.
That's a missed smoke towards Ivy. I mean, there's two in that exact same spot, but one of them was the T side that must have hit a weird light fixture. So that's a bit of a kick in the dick.
Yeah, I mean, and for him, that's just supposed to be like a fake smoke of like, hey, let's just like try and push the Ivy guy. He was going to rotate anyway, but what they don't realize is that it's so much information for the 100 Thieves side, because obviously now it's completely smoked off. You know for a fact that there's no one coming Ivy, so now it's all about like making sure that you get your crowns covered of like ladder room and also main control. But it's a 2-on-2. Cloud9 gets to make their way out as well, and it's very aggressive play. Gratisfaction with 1 HP left. Can Cloud9 make it 4? Or will 100 Thieves end this half with a 12-3 scoreline?
How do you play a clutch like this with 1 HP? 10
Yeah,
seconds.
The thing that bodes well for him is, okay, OC, he's been communicated to that Grat is low, so he decides to get this 8K, which actually is super in his favor. Grat thinks he's going towards T-Con, but OC, he's going quad and hell area.
No, I think he knows he has so much time left in the bomb timer that this could be a nasty little peek. Putting all his faith in the Deagle. OC never going to check towards Sandwich. He hasn't turned yet. Easy one tap. Gratisfaction.
What a read.
1 health. And that is an alpha
He got
clutch.
3 kills with 1 HP.
Yeah,
3.
fine work with the op. What a god tier round from Gratisfaction. 12-3 is the scoreline at half. 100 Thieves looking to put Cloud9 away quickly. And we're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back. All right, potentially the final half of the day here at CS Summit 6. 12-3 in the favor of 100 Thieves. They also took the first map emphatically, I believe 16-7-ish, give or take. And I mean, with a pistol round win here, we could be marching off to an early finish.
That's definitely not what Cloud9 wanted at the start of this day. So
Well, I mean, here's a good way to frame it, Christine. You said the T side for Cloud9 was going to be where they make or break train.
yeah.
How worried are you right now?
Well, let's go, Floppy. He's been a little quiet this series. That's not that jump from Liaz. He just outplays Floppy, out aims him, and he goes down. And right away, already, 100
my dear God.
Liaz is just on one today. Everyone's getting gushed. Cloud9.
Oh, there's MOTM dropped. Liaz is having, you're right, quite a day. He has hit some stunning shots. Bomb's going to get planted. If JKS can get away, he's got a Molotov as well. There's no smoke for the CT side. They do have a kit. And, that's sick. Even still, if this defuse does not get tapped early on, that Molotov is just going to end things before it begins. And unfortunately, that USP is not available for JKS.
Oh, man. This is about to be the easiest clutch of JKS's life. Oh, they found a smoke.
Smoke. Ooh, they
picked it up.
Oh, dear. Another one.
Uh-oh.
Go for the knife. He's right on the corner.
Oh,
he's got it. He sees the leg. He knows where the back is.
That's a nice recovery from JKS, because those rounds are the rounds that get tricky, but also that smoke was kind of whack. Why wouldn't you drop it at the bottom of the train? You drop it at the top of the train there, and you leave so much exposed.
Yeah, shows his leg.
Yeah.
Shows his pretty little ankle. Well then, 13-3, and Cloud9's just, they're buying everything they can from here on out. There's no save rounds. There's no such thing as a save when you're down this much.
We
You're
got
just
4
going for it.
scouts.
Yeah, why not?
Let's go, Scouts knives.
Lower that gravity. Let's rock and roll.
Cloud9 looking at dinner plans already. Saturday evening, 4:20 p.m. Blaze it. This is a must-win round here from Cloud9. Jason, this is a question that you would ask me. What would you say to your team if this is their
I do
them
it,
at the moment?
I do,
And
it,
you know
I do
what?
it with every coach because I want to see if we've gotten to the point yet where we're having like Hollywood, Disney-style motivational
I mean,
speeches.
listen, man. I feel like it's pretty apparent. Here's the thing as well. Like, obviously, you know, when you flip to the side, and especially now, I feel like maybe people have like a hard time understanding this as well. But like, because it's online, the mentality of like, even if it's a very important game, there's no roars from the audience. There's nothing there. There's no, like no adrenaline and stuff like that. You want to win the game, but there's nothing really like. Even if you win like a nice round, for example, like that. Like the hype is like it's really hard to get back into, and you know, to Christine's point, if the winning concept here, and especially for Cloud9, you're like, oh my god, we're gonna pick Train because we know for a fact we have a fantastic T side, and that's where we win games. And you kind of flip the switch and you flip the sides, and you go off with that kind of a half. It's very difficult. Now you're praying, Jason. You know, if you're the coach, you're praying. At this point,
You just got your fingers crossed, your rabbit foot out.
you're saying, Sonic, I need a 30 bomb. Get us overtime.
Gonna need 30 kills out of you in this half. Well, the 4 scout strategy is a nice start. Okay, here we go. Rush down the lower ramp, floppy. Oh, that's so much damage. That's so much damage, but he just couldn't get anything done. Follow-up nade is going to do it. That's the bomb on the ground. And a man advantage in a 4-on-3. Sonic going to try and stop the plant, but he's going to be late.
And that's the 400 Thieves. At least you're happy with this. You get 1 kill, you get the bomb down. For Cloud9 at least, they're holding on with another round on the board here, and what's good enough for them at least, when we look at the positives at least, they had 4 members alive there, so money is looking good. They can afford, you know, to have like a one-off, oh, it's a scrappy round, for example, but they don't have a lot of those. It's 13 rounds in favor of 100 Thieves. Cloud9 need 11 here to win. So this is a start. We don't have an op though, but 2 FAMAs, 1 AK and 2 M4s. And another save round here from 100 Thieves. So we talk about comeback potential and stuff like that, and what are the necessary steps. This is a fantastic start from Cloud9, honestly. You know, they have 5 members alive here. Even the 4 alive here, they're building bank, and even if they lose the one-off round, they still can afford to buy. The most dangerous thing here for Cloud9 is, you know, if they hit number 14 or even number 15, and you're forced on this like pistol kind of buy, that's really not what you want to happen here.
They need to get up to like 9 rounds before 100 Thieves win. They need to like rattle off like 4 or 5 rounds in a row. Close this gap real quick.
Definitely not a lot to work with, for sure. But 100 Thieves, this is just kind of throwaway round. I mean, last round we said they were going to be happy with the plant. This round, they're really, really going to be happy if they can even get away with the plant. That flashbang is the only one that they have, and it does not provide any kills. Ooh, JKS, that's a... Surely not.
Get it.
He
Get
dinked
it.
him.
Get it.
Oh.
It's P250s, man. P250.
Just
That's a cool
tapping
looking
away.
skin. We talk about
That one?
skins. It's a cool looking skin.
Wait, this one?
Yep, I like it.
What is it exactly? Is
Is
that
it
a...
It's
serpent?
sort of
Is
like
it a
a
serpent?
raptor head, or like, you know, has some teeth in there.
It kind of looks like the AK, the serpent one. The AK?
Fire serpent?
Well, that's
Fire
a
serpent,
that's
yeah.
a serpent. I think this one is like an alligator.
Okay. The green's throwing me off, I guess.
He doesn't have the matching gloves either, so he can get the hell out of my industry.
Yeah, not a lot of effort put into that. What are you doing?
Some people just don't care about fashion.
Yeah. The nerve. We got an AWP out on the T side for Gratisfaction here early on. And OC to answer right away as well. And it looks like JKS, he's just going to be extinguishing this Molotov, but no Molotov. He's out of there though. He's going for more. He's going to wait for some flashbangs and see if he can get a duel that he wants. And this is surely going to catch Cloud9 off guard. If he gets 2 here, it's going to be way too detrimental for Cloud9. But they recover here and pause the attack, but that's a lot of damage onto OC in the middle of bomb train.
Oh, another player goes up into heaven. They'll never expect that.
They're smart though, because they're waiting for the smokes at least. So at least there is some room for Lias here to have the potential. And he actually spots him because JT drops down. It's all up to OC here, alone on the bomb site. 1-on-3 bomb going down. Not going to happen. A very fast round coming in from 100 Thieves. Basically doing what Cloud9 tried to do to them, but a little bit better.
Yeah, a lot better, maybe too.
Yeah.
I mean, JKS, that movement out, T-Con, you even saw it. He was postured. Whether it was going to be a smoke or a Molotov, he was ready to extinguish it. He went out with those flashbangs, and man, it's surprising how much he caught Cloud9 off guard. I feel like they should have been ready for that just a little bit, but he caught them off guard, blind and surprised.
I think Cloud9's actually lucky that he saw so many people. He saw like 3 different people at 3 different positions, and if he had just only spotted like 1 or 2, the decision to make would have been clear.
Yeah.
But the fact that he had to consider so many different targets, I think really kind of slowed him down.
For sure.
And this is what I had mentioned, we look at the last 2 rounds from Cloud9, it's been pretty dominant in the sense of like they've had a lot of members alive, but even on this round, Floppy is forced on a deagle. He gets the 2 running in the smoke there. It's a really nice round from him so far, but because the Cloud9 has done such a good job in the early stages of this half so far, we at least see the whole thing as I was talking about. They can't afford a mistake. They can't afford to lose the 1 round. This is a very important round for Cloud9. It's a 4-on-2 now, bomb down on the inner bomb site. Not a lot of nades left. We do have the molly, just goes down, and 2 flashbangs left, but they do have the man advantage. It's all about the trading game. JKS, oh my god. Is it going to happen?
He's even isolated himself from MOTF. There's the turnaround inside of the smoke. Aza, very low, but he's got that Molotov again, and the bomb timer is so deep. Here it comes. Ooh, that's a full 10-second defuse. This is not going to end well. No kits.
It's a
Round's
save.
over. Man, those kills from JKS were a thing of beauty.
And he really needed him, right? He was under so much pressure. At any point, he was worried about his upper heaven, the oil train. But he handled himself well. That flashbang was everything for him, blinding both of the Cloud9 members.
For me, this has just been a game of class difference. You know, like we talked about, even if we look at the groups and stuff like that, I do feel like 100 Thieves, they do deserve to be in that Group A. And obviously, I say deserve. You don't want to be in Group A because it's a group of death. But if we look at the class difference, if we look at Group B, we have 1 team with a stand, and we have Cloud9. That's obviously, yeah, they're a good team, but they're a tier 2 team. And then we have the Gen G, that's supposed to be the 2nd best team in this group, have been struggling. And on top of that, then you have a 100 Thieves team that's a top 10 roster. You know, they've been struggling a little bit. New coach as well. We talk about the honeymoon period. It's just very apparent here. I think that they had a lot of like maybe small things or small gaps to kind of fix, and you can definitely tell here the turnaround here, even for Amapet as well on this coaching lineup, of really making 100 Thieves at least for the short duration more consistent.
Helps that Gratisfaction is having a good game. When he plays well, this team gets to a whole new level.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, JT with the scout. That's a nice tag to start things off. Sonic, he's trying to be a menace right now towards this ladder, but he's about to be in some real trouble if he doesn't get the timings right here.
So
He's all alone.
The power drop.
Yeah. There's just so many different approaches, hey? Which one is your favorite?
To watch?
Yeah.
I like the double drop.
Double drop?
Double drop's a good time, especially if it's defended against well, because it's a thing of beauty when you kill that lower totem of the pole, and then you get a nice easy, someone else drops into the crosshair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the most fun person to watch with the way they attack ladder room is Rops.
It is a thing of
stylistically, it's just a lot of fun.
So nice read from Cloud9 here, though. It's actually on the inner bomb side stack with a really nice flank. Look at the HP, though, on 100 Thieves. It's still a 2-on-2, but I mean, we have 4 and 7 HP.
Oh my lord.
This round.
Sonic.
He's gonna, yeah.
Oh, no.
And his teammate, oh my goodness. Who, that was Sonic, right?
Yeah. He got 2 kills, in fairness. He just ran out of bullets with that SMG, and then he gets turned around in that AWP. Shoved where the sun don't shine.
Just to talk about how dominant of a series this was.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and a half. We played 2 maps. We've had a 15-minute break in between.
It's not even MR12.
It's not even MR12. This series was concluded within 1 hour 15. Cloud9 just gets absolutely smashed, absolutely trashed.
Big fan of the speed run. Big fan of the speed run. Yeah,
you can definitely tell the class difference too. I mean, 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it wasn't even a competition. I don't have a lot of... Cloud9 played really well versus Gen G, and I actually don't think it's to a fault of them in the sense of, like, losing this game. I do just think it's just a very clear class difference of... Yeah. I can obviously talk a lot about holes of, like, the Cloud9 and stuff like that, but honestly, at the end of the day, I just think that 100 Thieves, in terms of, when we look at the, you know, the rankings and we look at the tier ratings and stuff like that, Cloud9 probably does not deserve to play 100 Thieves currently in this landscape.
I definitely have to agree. And you saw, I mean, the different layers. At any point, whether 100 Thieves were at a disadvantage or at an advantage, they had the layers to back them up with whatever pickle that Cloud9 threw at them. We saw it with the 3v5 conversions. We saw it here on Train, even in those moments where Cloud9 looked postured to actually make a retake successful. There was the Molly play. There was the JKS factor. There was the Azure factor. There were so many different factors that 100 Thieves have in their back pocket that they can rely upon to actually win rounds. So I think that was hugely the difference here is that.
Nice. You guys really waxed lyrically. I thought we were all on the same team of, you know, getting off to those breaks, but we're going to do it now. We're going to do a break, and then we'll be right back.